Hey guys, Keith Boykin, Tennessee Home Specialist, Blackwell Realty.
Jason Goolesby, Blackwell Realty also.
We're here doing the SEC Porch Picks again.
Yeah.
Last week, I think I went, 3-1?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I did pick Tennessee to win. I just want everyone, stop calling me. I picked them. I didn't pick them to cover, which they didn't. Because
they almost lost.
Well, they should never been in that situation to begin with.
Yeah,
he should have just punted or kicked the field goal while he was down there.
Right.
But, whatever. All right, so our picks this week, we got Alabama, Arkansas.
Oh, hold on, let me slide that one.
Are we really
South Carolina State.
Are we really picking this one?
Yeah. South Carolina's not that good, so. He's a 40-point underdog.
They're
playing.
favored by 40 points.
Okay.
South Carolina, sure.
South Carolina.
They're going to beat up on them.
All right.
Alabama, Arkansas.
Alabama's my team, y'all know that, but I'm still going with Alabama. But this could be, Alabama has struggled on the road, and Arkansas is a good team, despite what they showed against
Texas A&M.
A&M.
Yeah, they were taking control of that game, and then he fumbled and changed that whole game. I'm gonna go with Alabama too. I don't know that Alabama covers.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is LSU Auburn.
So this series has been very close over the years. Auburn, I think heard on a podcast that like the last 5 meetings have been decided by less than 5 points. And Auburn, Jordan-Hare Stadium is the most magical place in all the world. There's some crazy stuff happened down there. Last week was evidence of that. Missouri,
because the guy fumbled on his way into the end zone.
Yeah, and then Missouri also had a chance to kick field goal to win in regulation and missed a extra point attempt. So basically, is what it was. And so I'm going to go with LSU.
All right, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say because of all that magic that happens in Jordan-Hare Stadium, and because I think LSU is who we think LSU is, there's a chance that Auburn wins this game. It's at home. It's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
This is the week before Tennessee, so they may overlook Auburn going into Tennessee, and I don't really think Auburn's got a shot, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and pick them anyways.
There you go.
So what do we got next?
Kentucky and Ole Miss. This is very interesting to me. So Kentucky, who is ranked 7th in the country, which the rankings I know really don't matter. Ole Miss is ranked 14th. They've not really played anybody. But Ole Miss is home, and they are home favorites by like 7. So this interests me. We're picking straight up.
Which means that if it was in Kentucky, Ole Miss would still be favored by a couple of points.
Right. So, Las Vegas throwing a lot of shade to Kentucky. I think Will Levis is Will Levis is not a pair of Lees. He's a pair of Levis. He's not a pair of Lees.
But he's not Wrangler yet.
He's not Wrangler yet. He's Lee. I think Will Levis. I think Kentucky has a more veteran squad. Chris Rodriguez, the running back, comes back.
He's been back.
No, this will be his first week back.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive. So I'm going with Kentucky.
I'm going with Ole Miss. Just because of all the shade I keep throwing Kentucky's way this season. I'm eventually going to be right. Kentucky's going to be Kentucky and lose one of these. So
yeah. Okay.
I say it's this week against Ole Miss.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Vegas. They know something we don't.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got Texas A&M and Mississippi State. Texas A&M is going to be the most luckiest team in the SEC. I know that you lost to Appy State, and I told you to calm down, but you have pulled some games out of nowhere.
Oink doink.
Poor old Arkansas. Wow. They were going in to win that game. I think in the first quarter, second quarter, something like that, going up 21-7, and he fumbles. And then the defensive player hands it off to another defensive player, and they run it in for a touchdown.
If they would have just tackled that guy and got him down, A&M would not have driven the length of the field. So, there was a 14-point swing there.
Yeah.
So, You know, this interests me. I like Mike Leach. I think he's so entertaining in his press conferences. The Pirates always good for a little soundbite. And Mississippi State has a great quarterback in Will Rogers. My dislike and disdain of Jimbo Fisher is well documented on here. So I'm going to go with Mississippi State.
Is that just because you don't like Texas A&M?
I didn't like Jimbo when he was at Florida State. When he went and tried to defend Seamus. No, it's Seamus. He's a Seamus. Seamus Winston from stealing crab legs and all that stuff. I've never liked Jimbo. Didn't like A&M after they beat us last year. And then after the summer, and he got his underwear in a wad over the truth that Nick Saban spoke into his life. So, yeah, but I think Mississippi State's better. But
I think that Texas A&M's luck hasn't run out yet. They pull this one out. Their defense is what's been keeping them in the games. I don't know that the spread, air raid offense does much against their defense. I hope Mike Leach all the best because you're right. He's fun to listen to. So now we got Georgia, Missouri.
Missouri is as bad as we think they are.
But do they score as much as Kent State?
Kent State actually had a pretty good offense
against Georgia. They're the only other team besides Alabama to score 20 points on Georgia in the last 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, Missouri, no, it's going to be bad. Actually, Las Vegas has this point spread as 28. I'm definitely taking Georgia.
They're not covering though.
I think Georgia will cover. I think they're. I think Georgia's going to be mad because even though they beat Kent State, everybody has talked about how weak Georgia looked. I think they're going to be mad. I think they're going to be motivated.
So Missouri is going to demolish.
Missouri has got nothing for them. I mean, they're coming off a really heartbreaker at Auburn that they should have won.
At Magic.
Yeah, I think Georgia will win, and I think they will cover that 28-point spread. So,
and then the Florida East Washington game may or may not happen.
Will Florida bounce back?
Actually, you know what? That was probably the best game I've seen Florida play all year.
That was a good game,
and that's sad.
It was very.
And to prove your point that the rankings don't matter, we beat the number 7 team in the country in the opening week.
Yeah, and. See, but Kentucky beat you guys at Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you said Richardson is. I picked Florida to win, of course.
Yeah,
but,
I do too. Yeah.
Richardson he's bipolar. He's he's looked great against Tennessee. And,
we're as good as he plays that night.
Right.
That's as good as Florida is.
There's only a few teams. I think there's only a few teams that could play pretty good despite quarterback play, and I think Georgia's one of them, and Alabama's one of them. Well, I think they got so many.
Done well.
When you get to these teams, it's got so many blue chip players on them that they usually can make up for it at some point. I'll go back a little bit. Let's think about when Jalen Hurts gets pulled, Tua comes in. And they win second 26, beat Georgia for the national championship, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a national championship. And
you don't have to rub it in, John.
So think about the year that Tua gets hurt, and Alabama comes in, and Mac Jones is a junior that year, and really he has so many good people around him that they still competed for. I don't think they played for the national championship that year, but was in the playoffs.
He just threw 3 interceptions last Sunday.
Yeah, well, he's hurt. So, anyway, that's it, man.
All right, guys. If y'all want to talk to us about what we really know about, and that's real estate, give us a call.